I'm Ian Locke, Executive Director here at Orion Neighborhood Television, and we're here to talk about the ONTV food drive for Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. Yeah, it's one of our big events. We call this our Super Bowl here at Orion Neighborhood Television because it's all hands on deck with the staff and our technology, and the food drive has evolved over the years. From just a small one-day event to now we are doing a 5-day telethon style program to support Fish, which is our local food pantry here in the Oxford Orion area. So we started, this is our 14th, which is hard to believe that we're actually in the 14th year of the food drive here at ONTV. And it started out really small. It started out with Good Shepherd Lutheran Church here in Lake Orion, and some of our volunteers worked over at Good Shepherd, and we paired together with, I think it was the 8th grade class. They had a service project, and they said, well, let's collect food for the hungry. And we said, well, why don't we make a pledge program or a live TV show about it in our studio? And ONTV hadn't done a lot of live elements in their studio for a couple of years, and I came into ONTV about '09, so this is 2010-ish, when we started to plan this. And my background is from PBS. I used to work at a PBS station, so I knew pledging and the auctions that we used to see on the PBS station. So we said we could do that here at ONTV. Our volunteers could be the hosts, all the crew. They can shoot video, they can perform music, they can do different skits and different things as programming elements for the food drive. And we started off with, let's just try to get enough food to fill a little minivan, you know. And we had items to auction off, or we should say auction off, but to raffle off. And the Lions and the Tigers and the Red Wings donated items for us. And we had other items from community members and businesses. It wasn't a whole lot of items. But if you donated 5 items of food, you can get a raffle ticket. And at the end, the big feature was we drew live on the air who won what prize, and it worked out really great. And Fish, let's talk about Fish. How did we pair up with Fish? Well, they've been around a long time in our community. And being a community media center like ONTV is, it was a natural fit. We knew about them. We used to do promos for them and help promote their services to those in need, to direct them to Fish if they were in a food emergency and that sort of thing. So we thought it was a natural, they're a nonprofit just like ONTV is, and so it was a natural fit for us to work together. And so over the years, over 13 years, the food drive has turned into a community event. I mean, it really has grown in scale and scope over the years, which is great. And now it takes a lot of work by the staff here at ONTV and the community at large to come together to make this happen. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about the 14th annual food drive, which is coming up on February 5th through the 9th. Now, the food drive used to be a one-day event, but since COVID hit and all these other, we changed the food drive so it wasn't a gathering of a lot of people. We used to have hundreds of people in and out of here all day long on a Saturday. And so we decided to have it as more of a virtual food drive or a televised telethon now. And so we've moved to sponsorships. So instead of physical items, businesses would donate for raffles and that sort of thing. We're asking them to sponsor a day or a week or multiple days if they like, to the food drive. And all proceeds collected those sponsorships goes directly to Fish. And so our goal this year is collecting $6,000 in corporate sponsorships. And we have Meijer on board, Kroger, Costco, I'm trying to think of some others. And so if you would like to help, or if you're a business, or if you know a business and you would like to donate to be a sponsor here at ONTV, for one day it's $200. You get your logo on the air. We talk about you all day long, and we can do a promotional video for you about your business. If you want to do a $500 donation, you get all 5 days of the sponsorship. So, yep. So it is 5th through the 9th, and we do a live look-in on our studio from 12 to 2 p.m. each day, and each day has a different theme. So you want to tune in to orionontv.org or OCTV's website because they're going to hold, also air and partner with us to air the live stream of the 12 to 2 segments. And I believe your director will be down with me. Terry Stiles will be with me in the studio hosting a number of days. and we just hope you can come out and donate. You can also donate physical items as well. We're trying to fill our production van, which is a huge van out there. And if you don't want to donate cash and funds, you don't have to. We have a charity GoFundMe set up right on our website. It's easy to do. But if you want to drop off your food items, we collect for fish year-round. But our production van door will be open all day long during business hours, and you can drop it off, and we'll get it to those in need in our community. Help us support fish and restock those shelves after the holiday season.
Welcome to Oxford Community Television. We are proud that our 4 communities continue to choose local programming, local news, sports, community issues, familiar faces, celebrations, and commitment to each other. Welcome to Oxford Community Television.
Hi there, I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm joined by Rob Longo. Hi Rob, will you please tell me what we're here today for?
Well, we're here to talk about the Bowl-A-Rama at Lake Point Community Church that we have in April.
And will you please tell me a bit about the Bowl-A-Rama?
Yes, we have this event every year for the last 5 years, I think. And it's to raise funds and money for our summer picnic that we have for veterans here at our church at the end of July.
Will you tell me a bit about the activities that go on at the Bowl-A-Rama?
Well, what we do is we have a lot of things going on. We sell pastry and food and cupcakes and cookies to people to raise money. We have crosses that a chaplain also makes. They're called disciple crosses, and we sell those. And we have pizza and pop for people and bowling, and that all includes in the money of the ticket.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds like it's like a great activity, bring the whole family.
Yeah, it's a great time. We usually fill the place. I think they have 32 lanes, and seems like the last several years we've been really blessed by having lane sponsors, and these lane sponsors are 32 lane sponsors.
Oh, for sure.
We have more than that.
Wow.
Sometimes we have 40 lane sponsors. So yeah,
that's really
awesome.
Good. Oh, that sounds amazing. So tell me, like, what brought you into the Bowl-A-Rama? What made you want to help out with it?
Well, I served in the United States Air Force from 1968 to 1972. I was a crew chief on C-141s. They're cargo planes, troop transporters, and I'm a veteran of the Vietnam War, but I'm not a Vietnam veteran because it doesn't give the guys respect that we're in Nam. But I've been on 4 different continents, 20 different countries, delivering supplies and materials and stuff like that.
For sure, and you just, wanted to help out, give back?
Yeah, and I'd serve again.
Yeah, for sure. So tell me, have you seen a growth in the Bowl-A-Rama?
Yes, we have. We've seen a growth in our ministry as well. And Karen Finch Collier is going to talk about that. But
okay.
It started off slow, and we didn't have all the lanes, sponsored and all the lanes having the activity on it. But after the word got out and it started growing exponentially, the funds were coming in, and this is good because it helps our summer. And we're kind of like self-sustaining, not taking any money from our church. And we did in the beginning, but we've been so blessed to be able to do this Bowl-A-Rama and make some money.
For sure.
And use that money to help for our ministries, even outside the church as we travel to different places. And
yeah, for sure. Just bonus funds are, helpful in any aspect. Will you tell me a bit about the picnic in the summer and what the funds go to help for?
The picnic is near the end of July. We usually have it outdoors. This past year, it had rained, so we had it inside the church as a secondary place. And it seemed like it worked really well, so we're not sure where it's going to be, either inside or out. But we had horseshoes and basketball, and we have a live band, and it's outside. And there's a lot of veterans that come with their families. Their families are more than welcome. We have opening ceremonies. There's the honor guard and the raising of the flag, and we also respect, for that year, the veterans that had fallen. So we call out their names, and I had the honor to ring the bell each time a name was called. So it's an awesome event, and we have some dignitaries sometimes, and it's loving on people. We had a few people from World War II that had told some of their stories and their plane crashes, and they survived, and where and when they served.
Yeah, that sounds, beautiful. Wouldn't want to miss it for sure. So will you add anything else that you would like to directly tell to our audience watching? Anything?
Well, it's an awesome event. We'd love to have you come out and just enjoy it with us and have a great time, and then possibly meet some of us and hear some of our stories, and that might get you to come to our summer event. If you know any veterans out there, anywhere, it doesn't matter where they served or who they are, welcome them to our church and to our summer event. And we've been doing this for, like I said, maybe 4 or 5 years. I'm not really sure, but you'll want to come next year also.
Perfect. Thank you, Rob, not only for all that you've done for the interview, but everything you do for the Bowl-A-Rama and for veterans. It's really, really amazing.
Well, thank you. And you will also be blessed if you come to our summer event, and also the Bowl-A-Rama, the camaraderie, the love that we have for one another, and that we have for you and anyone in the military. And anything we could ever do for you, let us know. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm joined today by Medea. Hi, Medea. Would you please tell me a bit about the history of the Bowl-A-Rama?
Yes, I am Medea Green. I'm a Navy veteran, Gulf War era, and we are going to be having a Bowl-A-Rama soon. And one of our goals for this Bowl-A-Rama is to raise funds for our summer veterans picnic. And so we have about 400 or more veterans show up. It's free food, free entertainment, dancing, camaraderie, which is really awesome. But it's not only just for the veterans, but their families as well. And we have lots of veterans resources there available to them. And also we have the the VSOs, which is the Veterans Service Organizations, like the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the American Legion, things like that. And we work with all these resources in the community to provide kind of like a one-stop shop, but also have that fun and camaraderie for veterans. Yeah, because we do change lives of veterans. I remember one year, I used to work at the vet center too, and that's another story, but we would provide free counseling to veterans depending on their era. And what was wonderful about it is I had a Vietnam veteran's spouse. She came up to me and she says he won't talk to anybody. And I gave her all the resources, and the following year they were back at our picnic that luckily the Bowl-A-Rama helped fund, because we provide everything is free, food, all that. But she said he finally talked to somebody. So yeah, so it's nice that you can see somebody that maybe is closed off, and then they can freely talk about things and just meet with other veterans with similar stories. But yeah, the Bowl-A-Rama, that's mainly our goal, is to raise money. And we do that by lane sponsorships. So if you know anybody in the community that would like to sponsor lanes, or even sponsor a veteran to come in, because we do bring veterans in to provide free bowling, things like that. So not only do we sponsor the veterans so they can have a day of fun and everything else, we do the bake sales, we do raffles, which is really fun. We do like a 50-50 raffle, but we also do like gift basket raffles.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and it's a lot of really good, the people that are in charge of that, they do an awesome job.
Yeah, and just like the novelty of it, I'm sure. When I was at the American Legion, I saw all the veterans interacting with each other, and it's really beautiful because there really is just this siblinghood, among everyone, and it's
Yeah.
nice to see everyone, they interact with the way that they, you said like they come out of their shell maybe a little more, and
Yeah.
it's nice to see everyone hosting, such beautiful organizations for
Yeah.
them and stuff. Would you please tell me, I know Rob mentioned a little bit that the Bowl-A-Rama has been in quite an upward trend. Would you tell me a bit about that?
I think as every year goes on, that we just have a lot more support from our church, the community, things like that, and it's word of mouth. It's very family friendly, which is really good. You get, um, s- I'm originally from Florida, so I say soda, not, but you get soda, you get pizza, the shoes, and lane, all included with this price, and the the tickets I think are cheaper. Don't quote me on this one. The tickets are cheaper when you buy them in advance than at the door. But like I said, it's a very family friendly event. Each family gets their lane and everything like that. And we also have the sponsors, which is really nice. Like we have like a platinum sponsorship and gold and silver sponsorship. So depending on the donation and everything else, we always advertise like with the banners and things who sponsored each lane, which is really good. And so if anyone in the community wants to, I guess, sponsor a veteran or sponsor a lane for this event, you can get a hold of Karen Collier. She's our veteran ministry leader. She's pretty awesome. But yeah, so I mean, it's really nice, just the camaraderie and the
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Yeah, the fun.
Yeah,
Do you have a website that people might be able to reach too?
lakepointcommunitychurch.org.
Okay, perfect. Now, will you tell me, you said that everything's expanding and it sounds like, it's a perfect, beautiful event and it's going towards another, even bigger event. And it's nice that everyone can, bring their family and it's not only just like an area for them to come out of their shell, but, you're bringing, your wife and your kids or, and they're talking to other people and it's just,
It's nice because we give back to our community,
for
and
sure.
that's the biggest thing. Um, because, like I said, this is one of our main fundraisers.
Right.
Because people say, "Well, why do you do this?" Well, we have to fund it because in the summer we have it takes a lot, and oh my gosh, our team is amazing. Also, if anyone wants to volunteer,
For sure.
we accept the volunteers. Great. You do not have to be a part of our church. You do not have to be a veteran to be a part of this ministry. Just a passion to help veterans and their families. Um, and I think that's the biggest thing because if I hear veteran, I'm on you like wine on rice. I'm always helping veterans. And it's funny, Rob and I, we talk outside of things, and he's always like, well, hey, do you know this or do you know that? Or we're helping people, their families and their parents, it's all generations.
For sure.
So that's my passion is just helping veterans because if you're helping a veteran, you're helping their family.
For sure. And that's beautiful.
Yeah. And, I just don't want them to feel alone because when we are in the military, we're deployed together. We eat, we sleep, everything, we argue, whatever. But we're always together. And then even in boot camp, they bring you in. You're together, you learn that teamwork. But when you're out, you disperse everywhere else. And it's like sometimes that transition can be really hard. And like I said, you don't have to be a member here. We'd love you to be, but it's one of those things where I don't want anyone to go without because it's the passion that I have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know you said that you were a veteran, so it's,
Yeah.
it's a lot of motivation from,
Yeah.
your past and stuff.
Yeah. And it's nice because like our ministry, like if I'm having a bad day, I can call somebody or even a good day. And we really do support each other.
For sure.
And, you don't like, I've been supported by non-veterans that's in our veterans ministry. It's really wonderful. and we have our own camaraderie and everything else,
Right.
and it's like a safe place,
Yeah, it's
safe
like a
people.
siblinghood for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, and you know, my hope is that this can go um, in our community and let people know and make them aware, and hopefully calm some fears.
Yeah.
You know, because it's hard taking that first step as a veteran. You know, I mean, to open up, and sometimes they don't know. That's the biggest thing. They don't know, and especially I guess it's every generation. You know, they want to get out quick, and then that's a lot of the stuff is just helping them get those uh, either resources or the camaraderie
Right.
so they can thrive.
Right. Come out of their shell, even if they don't know that they're in it. You know, it's
Hmm.
just good to, and
Yeah,
sometimes just catch up. You know, with old friends.
yeah, yeah. And
Beautiful.
it's nice because we're giving back to just even the youth because they see this, and yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, you already, like, if you said that you were looking for not only sponsors, you know, volunteers, anyone can join. Is there anything else that you would like to add to the audience listening?
Um, I well, a lot of men are in there too, but I encourage the women too because us as women, we wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
And I know when I first got out, you know, you have little kids, things like that. You juggle a lot, school, this, that. Maybe they're going back to college
For sure.
too. I remember when I got out, I used everything I could. Um, but it's nice too because then they can have another support system too
Right.
of women or you know, well, and even men. But it's we kind of. I was just telling uh, Karen. I said sometimes we're overlooked because we don't wear the hats. We don't have the tattoos
Yeah.
and stuff. But we have served, and there's a lot of firsts still for women.
Yeah.
I was one of the first women even allowed on my ship. I was
Mhm.
Navy, and it wasn't that long ago.
Right.
So, and at the time I was doing it, I didn't realize you just do your job.
Mhm.
But a lot has, you know, changed still. But as a woman, I think it's nice to have a woman's point of view too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to let the female veterans know that we can support them too.
For sure.
You know, because it's a hard juggling
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
that stuff.
And as you said, the road's like still being paved, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. And that's why I have a lot of respect for the women that have done their firsts.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I still have respect for the women that were before me. I mean, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
it's pretty neat. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I
Thank you.
appreciate all that you do, you know, not only for the church, but for the veterans and the Bowl-A-Rama. It's beautiful and helping people, you know, especially like you said, people who, you know, don't even know that they're in a situation or their families and stuff. What you know, change lives and it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And I hope to do it for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it is nice to have everyone in our group because, you know, we all do support each other.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a team.
for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Of course,
you.
not a problem. Hi everyone, I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm joined here by Karen. I'm at the Bowl-A-Rama. Hi Karen, would you please tell me a bit about the Bowl-A-Rama? Would you tell me where it is and when it is?
Yes, on April 7th this year, we are going to have our annual Bowl-A-Rama fundraiser. It's going to be held at Collier Lanes, and it is going to be from 1 to 4. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door. During that time, we're going to have our bake sale, our 50/50 raffle, our Lucky Strike.
Okay, so perfect. That sounds like a great time for the family and stuff. Would you mind telling me a bit about the Veterans Ministry group that orchestrates the event?
Sure. So our Veterans Ministry started back in 2009 with Bob Tenbosh, Dave Trailer, and myself.
Okay.
And we have grown over the course of all these years. We have about 30 people in our Veterans Ministry.
Perfect.
With that, we do the Bowl-A-Rama, which is our fundraiser. We do that so that we can host our annual free picnic. And then we also host a Veterans Recognition Dinner in December.
Okay.
So the Veterans Ministry is all about outreach and how we can assist other veterans. Our goal is to try to help local veterans, whether they need a mailbox painted or something shoveled, like with all this snow, maybe they need their driveway shoveled or something. If they can reach out to us, our Veterans Ministry would love to assist in helping with those type of things.
Okay, perfect. Just like alleviating anything that you can help with. That's perfect. That sounds like a really beautiful organization. Will you tell me a bit about your involvement with the Bowl-A-Rama? What led you to join the ministry group?
So I was part of the Veterans Ministry from the beginning. I was in the reserves at the time, and we started the Veterans Ministry. And then in between the time from the Veterans Ministry when they started till now, I was deployed several times and gone, but I still kept in contact with the Veterans Ministry. Once I came back and retired, I became very active with the Veterans Ministry, and the Bowl-A-Rama became a means as a fundraiser so that we could do these fun-free events during the rest of the year.
For sure.
So the Bowl-A-Rama is our main fundraiser, and this year we're looking for people to donate baked goods or donate a gift basket so we can, use that for our silent auction and, like I said, for our bake sale. So if anybody in the community wants to donate baked goods or a gift basket, that would be awesome. I became involved in the ministry because I love giving back to the community. I love serving. That's always been my passion. That's one of the reasons I joined the military, is because I love to serve. So this is a way for me to give back to the community and honor the service members that were before me.
Yeah, for sure. Giving back, even still, right? Always just, and it's really beautiful. Would you please tell me, if someone did want to donate baked goods or a basket, how would they go about doing that? Is there someplace we can reach you, or specific hours you would like goods to be dropped off?
Sure. So Lake Point Community Church is where our Veterans Ministry is housed out of. You can call the church at 248-628-0038 and get in contact with them, and then we can coordinate either drop off or pick up, or if I need to pick it up, then the church will let me know that, hey, we have a donation to be picked up.
Okay. Perfect. And will you tell me a bit about, do you have a website that people might be able to look up?
So if they go to lakepointcc.org, that is the website directly to the church, and there's a link in there for the Veterans Ministry.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else that you would like to add to the audience watching?
So this year we're going to have little cards that are going to have a little QR code. You can register for the Bowl-A-Rama that way. And if you're not able to do that with your smartphone, you can go ahead and call the church at 248-628-0038 and ask for Reba, and she will go ahead and register you through that QR code via her computer.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate everything that you've done, not only for the interview, but you're helping out veterans all over the state of Michigan and their families, and that's, invaluable. And I'm sure, it's appreciated, not in words. Words can't describe how much you've impacted, everyone, and I appreciate it. It's crazy talking to you and Medea and Rob and just seeing, all the stuff that you did. And when I went to the American Legion, I saw the veterans and how they were, how they communicated with each other, and it was really heartening to see. It was really nice seeing everyone, have that siblinghood with everyone, and everyone was having a good time, and and that was just a breakfast,
Right.
Imagine a Bowl-A-Rama with, all this food and, the bowling, and everyone has families over it. It's probably a really special time, and that's...
Oh, great time. Yeah, and if you guys want to come and film it there, you feel do that. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to film us here and to get the word out,
Yeah,
to
for
be a
sure.
liaison for us to disseminate that information. You guys are awesome.
Not a problem. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.